Every pigeon race tells a different story, and the main author of that story is the weather. Wind, temperature, clouds, visibility, air pressure. All these elements can turn a simple race into either an easy cruise or a true test of endurance. In this video we're going to explore how weather shapes every race, in clear and simple words that anyone can understand. Whether you're a beginner, an experienced fancier, or someone who just loves watching pigeons fly, this will help you see races in a completely new way. Let's begin with the most important factor of all, the wind. Wind is the strongest influence on race results. It changes speed, direction, and the difficulty of the entire flight. A tailwind, coming from behind the pigeons, gives the birds a natural push. Races become fast, sometimes extremely fast, and pigeons can reach incredible speeds. It's like riding a bike with the wind at your back. But a headwind, wind coming straight toward them, turns the race into a challenge. It forces the pigeons to work harder with every wing beat. Speeds drop and only the strongest, most conditioned birds are able to stay in front. Then there's the side wind. Side winds often separate the truly smart birds from the average ones. So remember, tailwind equals fast times, big velocities. Headwind equals tough race, real stamina winners. A sidewind equals intelligence and orientation become key. Pigeons rely heavily on their eyes. They are visual navigators. Even though they have many ways of orienting themselves, their vision is still one of their strongest tools. A clear blue sky gives them confidence. They can see far ahead, scan the landscape, and choose the most direct route home. On days like this you will often see tight, clean races, with close arrival times. But when the sky becomes filled with thick clouds, mist or heavy rain, visibility drops and pigeons slow down. Pigeons do not like flying into thick fog. Fog removes visual landmarks and makes the landscape disappear. They prefer to wait, circle, or climb above it if possible. So in simple terms, clear skies equals confident, direct flying. Low clouds or fog equals careful, slower flying. Temperature changes how much energy pigeons use. On warm days, even between 22 and 28 degrees, pigeons lose water more quickly. Their bodies work harder to stay cool, and they can become tired faster. Warm races often favor pigeons with strong hydration and good natural stamina. Cooler temperatures, around 12 to 18 degrees, are perfect for racing. Pigeons stay fresher for longer and maintain a high speed more easily. This is why many fanciers love spring and early autumn races. Extreme heat, above 30 degrees, can turn even a short flight into a very difficult challenge. Air pressure sounds technical, but it's actually simple once you understand it. High pressure usually means stable weather. Clear skies, steady winds, and good visibility. These are excellent racing conditions. Low pressure means unstable weather patterns. Clouds, shifting winds, rain, even storms. Pigeons feel these changes very strongly. They might adjust their flight path, slow down, or become more cautious. Races under low pressure can be unpredictable and often spread out in time. High pressure, on the other hand, usually produces classic, clean races. Light rain is not a problem. Pigeons can fly through it with little difficulty. They slow down slightly, but they stay on course and continue their journey. Heavy rain is different. It hits the wings harder, makes flying heavier, and reduces visibility. During heavy rain, pigeons often choose to wait or fly around the worst parts of the weather. Storms, with lightning, thunder, and strong winds, are something pigeons naturally avoid. They will not fly directly through large storm clouds. They will circle, delay their route, or take a detour, which can create big differences in arrival times. Pigeons have a natural weather sense that is almost unbelievable. They feel changes in temperature, air pressure, humidity, and even magnetic activity. Sometimes they detect shifts in weather before we can see anything on the radar. Some pigeons adapt instantly and fly straight. Others become unsure or lose energy faster. This is why in difficult weather, you often see the same tough pigeons rising to the top. But there's something even more interesting. Something that many fanciers forget when they think about weather. It's the small details, the tiny environmental changes, that actually influence pigeons more than anything else. Let's take a closer look at a few of these subtle factors. Humidity is rarely talked about, but pigeons feel it immediately. High humidity makes the air heavier. Even if it's not hot, pigeons use more energy to stay at the same speed. Their feathers absorb moisture. Their breathing becomes slightly heavier, and their muscles fatigue just a little faster. Low humidity, on the other hand, makes the air light and easy to cut through. This is why some cooler, dry days produce surprisingly fast races. Another forgotten detail is the presence of thermals. Thermals are pockets of warm air that rise upward from the ground. When pigeons hit these thermals, they can gain altitude with very little effort. It's almost like an elevator of warm air that helps them glide for a moment and save energy. But on days with low sun, cold ground, or heavy clouds, thermals disappear, and the pigeons must rely purely on wing power. This difference can change a race by minutes. Another subtle but important factor is the sudden shift in wind direction. Even if the forecast says southwest all day, winds can change for 10 or 20 minutes at a time. These short changes can push pigeons off course, slow them down, or force them to fly a longer route. A pigeon that misses the perfect line by just 2 or 3 kilometers can lose minutes, and minutes decide races. The land beneath the pigeons also matters. Dark forests, asphalt, water, open fields, they all heat up differently. Warm surfaces create rising air. Cold surfaces create sinking air. These tiny vertical changes are something pigeons feel instantly. They lift when the air rises. They push harder when the air sinks. This constant adjusting can slowly tire them down over the course of a race. And finally, the time of day plays a role. In the morning, the air is often cooler and more stable. Later in the day, the sun warms the ground, winds become stronger, and clouds can build up faster. This is why morning races can feel very different from afternoon races, even if the weather forecast looks similar. All these small details, humidity, thermals, ground heating, and tiny wind shifts, are things many people never think about. But pigeons feel them all, every second of their journey. And understanding these subtle changes helps us see just how complex a pigeon race really is. So, what can you do with all of this information? Here are the key points. Always check the wind direction first. It decides the nature of the race. Look at the temperature. Warmer days require more stamina. Watch the cloud types. Low clouds or fog change the flight completely. Monitor air pressure. Stable conditions mean consistent flying. Pay attention to rain forecasts. Light rain is okay, storms are not. When you combine these things, you can predict race difficulty. Prepare your pigeons better, and understand why your results look the way they do. And most importantly, you will start to appreciate just how incredible these birds really are. Every race is shaped by the sky. Some days the weather writes an easy chapter. Other days it creates a true test of courage and determination. By understanding the weather, you understand your pigeons. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.